Welcome back. We're going to continue now with more action as the holiday season slowly fades away. A group of talented young classical musicians from across KwaZulu-Natal continue to liven the holiday spirit, gearing up for a spectacular concert. Now, the KZN Youth Orchestra is hosting their annual holiday camp. It culminates in a concert this Sunday that's happening at the Jewish Hall. So joining us to chat a little bit more on this is Cathy Peacock, trumpet player and music educator in Durban. So Cathy, on that note, good morning and thank you for joining us at this hour.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
I mean, I love the fact that we're trying to keep the holiday cheer up, especially as we enter the new year. And so perhaps all those involved, you could talk to us about the KZN Youth Orchestra, the talented young musicians that make up that ensemble at large.
Yes, the KZN Youth Orchestra consists of 65 young musicians that come from all around KZN. We've got musicians from Pietermaritzburg, Howick, from Empangeni, Richards Bay, Ballito, Durban and surrounds.
Okay.
They have to be of a grade 5 music level, and we hold auditions, and then we rehearse once a week on a Friday, and they all come together and learn how to perform in an orchestra.
And so because everyone comes from diverse regions, perhaps you could speak to what the audience can expect from the concert and how it reflects the diverse repertoire that the orchestra encompasses as well.
Well, what we try and do is we primarily work with classical music so that they have a good grounding. So once they can perfect something like classical music, we can move on to the different genres, such as rock, jazz, film music, movie music, musical music, and a lot of South African pop music as well. So we try not only to please the youngsters, but to make our audiences enjoy the concert as well.
I mean, we're obviously looking at, and you alluded to this, grade 5 level in music. So they obviously come with, that knowledge, that intuition, that wisdom as well, and just the creativity. And so the 4-day camp that they also undergo, what goes into that to help hone them? But there's also expert tutelage provided by members of the KZN Philharmonic Orchestra. How does that all enhance them and empower them even further?
Right. So what happens is that before school starts for the year, we do this camp where we bring all these musicians. We've now got a new intake of over 30 new young performers. Some leave at the end of the year and we get a new intake. And then they have to download the music that's been chosen for them. We then get together with tutors from the KZN Philharmonic Orchestra and we break the orchestra down into different sections. So all the percussionists will work with the tutor, or the brass players will work with myself, the wind players with another tutor from the KZN Philharmonic, and the strings will be divided up into 3 sections, our violins 1 and 2, our thirds and violas, and then our cellos and basses. And they have intense sectional rehearsals with the tutors. We then put it all together and they learn how to perform together and meld and create beautiful music.
Well, speaking of putting it all together, it's also interesting to see the hits that are performed and that are also chosen. I wonder if you could speak to why, that is the case. What's the significance of featuring iconic hits such as the hits by Johnny Clegg in the concert? How does the audience also respond to that?
Well, as I said, not only are we trying to keep it fun for the young students that come and perform, but we want to have a mixed bag of music, so to say, so that everyone from the audience will come and learn to appreciate classical music, a little bit of jazz. And then as we are South African, we like to keep it South African, and we always include some South African music in our repertoire. So this year we've chosen to do The Spirit of the Great Heart by the late Johnny Clegg, because it's multicultural and it's fun, it's catchy, everyone can enjoy it and relate to that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just also looking at what goes into putting all of this together and just finding that unison, for everyone to come together. What are some of the biggest challenges that one experiences in the build up to this? And then obviously you just get to let it go on the day of the performance.
Yes, we have quite a diverse age range in that they are from 10 years old up to 20. So, of course, you've got to work with concentration spans and keeping their interest. Our conductor is Lick Temming, and he's had over 40 years of experience in the music world, conducting many professional orchestras. And he's very, very passionate about music and knows how to work with the different sections to help them to create magic with the music. I think that's the important thing. At this point, it's not about absolute perfection because we've only had 4 days of working together, but it's to instill this kind of passion for working together as a team. It's not easy, 65 people all trying to play together and create these beautiful sounds.
Yes, but I mean, you all make it look seamless, and so the opportunities that also come through as a result. What are some of those opportunities available for the young musicians to build their capacity, develop their skills, but even perhaps pursue a career in music long term?
Well, it's manifold. Most kids that learn an instrument will then go into a little school orchestra. And then if they are talented and they enjoy it, they will then audition, as I've said, and come into the youth orchestra, which is like our provincial orchestra. And then by working with these professionals, they learn what it's going to be like if they want to become a professional orchestral player. And we've got 3 professional orchestras in this country. They could also set their sights on traveling and working overseas if they would like to. But also, let's say that they would like to go into the teaching of music. We also help them to work out how to create their own ensembles, how to arrange music, how to create a little ensemble themselves. And many of our past students have gone on to become professional musicians, conductors, performing in rock groups, and also playing in orchestras around the world.
And Cathy, just as we wrap up, I want to look at what's next from here into for the KZN Youth Orchestra. How can also viewers get involved, support the ensemble?
Well, we have our platforms that you can look at, which is KZN Youth Orchestra on Facebook, on Instagram. And also, we're always looking for funders. So if someone would like to assist us with our projects, best is to visit our website, which is www.kznyo.co.za. They can contact us that way. We have a number of concerts throughout the year, up the North Coast, down the South Coast. We do a big youth music concert on the 15th of June. And our highlight this year is to go perform with the Drop and Speed Boys.
All right, so Cathy,
Music in the Mountains in April.
Cathy, let me interject there. Thank you for joining us at this hour. We're wishing you all the best, and we're really excited about the exciting work that the KZN Youth Orchestra has. And obviously, thank you for joining us and sharing all of that with us here this morning, Cathy Peacock.
Thank you so much. And our concert is today at the Jurors Club at 12:30.
All right, thank you. Thanks, Cathy. All right, so we're going to leave it there for now.